Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. So today we thought I'd play with, two different types of ways to shade a fruit or any kind of object you're using. One way is to add deeper values, and another way is to add the complement. So yeah, you can play around with adding the complement to your object, whatever you're painting, and playing around with that. And then I added two different types of shadows. They're both in the purple family. One's a little more blue, one's a little less blue, and it's also the complement to yellow, and how that complement just really intensifies the color that you have there. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'd love to hear if you're struggling with kind of making things look a little more realistic in the shadows and the shading, and see what you're struggling with so I can maybe do a tutorial on it. Also, check out my Patreon. I have ad-free videos, traceables, exclusive tutorials, a live stream in the top tier, and new to my Patreon is a Facebook group where you can share your paintings, chat with other Patreons. We can give each other, you can give each other pointers or whatever you're struggling with, and see how you're doing. It's just a nice little community that I've created on the Facebook. So without further ado, and you can check it out all right here. Boop. Without further ado, let's get started on a complementary color shading tutorial. Okay, so let's go over supplies. I have a piece of Arch 100% cotton cold pressed paper. I'll be using my number 12 aqua from round from Princeton, and the paints will go as we use them. Just basically colors. And I have a little lemon here, as you can see, but he's had its last day. As you can see, it's not the one of the beautiful fluffy ones, and you can see it's mostly round with a little point. It's shrunken. Now, if it wasn't shrunken, it would go out a little more. As you can see, I've drawn the lemons here. Pretty simple. Like I said, it's kind of a circle, but then you kind of pull out a little triangle ends to them. So most people, when they're going to paint a lemon, will start off obviously using yellow. So I have some of my yellow here, cadmium yellow deep, and I'll get it wet, just like so. And we'll just start to paint in the yellow, right? Oops. I'm leaving the yellow, la la la. I'll leave a little white halo here on this one. So you figure yellow is the way to go, which is correct. You want some yellow. But for the shading and the shadow of the lemon, because you can't have it completely solid, right? You would think to go in and add maybe some deeper yellow, right? Or yellow orange. So I have an orange I mixed up, just adding some cadmium red light and some cadmium yellow deep. So then there's like a little orange, golden orange yellow color. And you can bleed that in here on the end just by swooping. Getting that orange in there, maybe a little bit up here for your shadow and shading of this lemon. And you can even just pop in a little bit of green. I take some peacock blue, just like so. By the way, the consistency for all of this is around coffee tea. And I grab peacock blue and make a little bit of green. And you can tap in a little bit of green too. But let's not step there. Let's add a little brown with the burnt umber. Just loosening up. So there's one way to go for creating your lemons, to make them look a little more realistic, etc., etc. Which is fine. It's great, but it's not my favorite way always. There's a whole nother way to create your lemon. Have you ever tried using complementary colors to create the shading effect instead of your typical yellow, but yellow with the yellow and adding a little bit of different color, but the darker values? Try adding the complementary instead. And how we'll go about that is completely different. This way, let me move this yellow color, this orangey yellow color. We are going to put the complement down. So the complement of yellow is purple. So let me make a purple. And you can use any kind of bright blue with any kind of bright pink. So I have magenta with Prussian, or I can use my bright rose with Prussian blue, or ultramarine is a great color to mix because it already has a little bit of red with it, with some magenta. We get So you already have purple mixed up here. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And I'll make the consistency a little bit watered down like coffee, tea. And here's a little trick. So let's just get the lemon wet, right? Get it wet. You probably don't need to get the whole lemon wet, but I'm going to get the whole lemon wet. Because we want the purple to bleed in a nice way. We don't want to just put wet on dry. We want to do wet on wet like we did this, because remember we added the darker yellow on the yellow to give it the shading. This time we're going to add, grab a little more blue, purple, get a nice purple color here. We're going to bleed the purple right where this same shading was on this one. We're going to bleed it here on the edge, a little bit here. That's what we're going to start with. I know this may seem crazy to you, but trust me, there's a method to this madness. I've shown this to some Patreons before with an orange. So I'm just cleaning it up and bleeding and blending this little orange here. Excuse me, I just said orange. Lemon with the purple. And what I'm doing right now is just blending the color with water so it's lighter here for the shading. Now at this point, you have to let it completely dry. Go have a cup of coffee, come back, let it dry. Don't blow dry it, don't do anything to it, just let it go, leave it alone. And then we're going to play with our yellow on top of it, and you'll see what happens to the lemon. Okay, so once your lemon is dry, I'm going to go back over this with water again. You have to wait till it completely dries, otherwise it won't work. Just like we did with this lemon, you wait till get all the water in here. Take the same yellow that we had before, cadmium yellow deep, just water it down. Mixing. So like coffee, tea consistency, and we're going to start to bleed it on top. So bright yellow. And look at the shading. This is such a simple trick, and it's amazing with the results. You have like a more of a natural looking shade on your lemon than adding just a darker yellow orange with just the purple. I know, right? It's fantastic. I like it much better than I would have the regular one with here with the orange kind of shaded into the lemon. And also, it just adds that je ne sais quoi, I guess, whatever you want to say. It just looks better, right? So try playing with your complementary colors on your lemons. And now we're going to add a little shading shadow on the bottom using the complementary color. Oh, and by the way, you can still take some of the purple while this is damp and just kind of tap in a couple of little more of the, on the lemon to have that more natural looking shape. You want it to look round, so I'm just tapping a little bit of this purple up here. But what a difference it makes, right? And how simple is that? Just use your complementary color. So wait for this to dry and we'll go and do a shade. The shadow. And now to add the shadow, again, you could use the ultramarine blue, magenta. I'm going to go a little darker with the Prussian blue and magenta. So we have a deeper purple. I just feel like that kind of shadow just makes it more intense, right? See, a complementary color as a shadow. Just a little intense. And because it's the complement, it really pops that lemon. We've got it both ways. And you could add a little more blue if you wanted to. This one could be a little bluer. Just a little bump thing that's kind of poking through there. So this one has a little more blue tone, so I'm going to add more Prussian blue. It's a deeper blue. Purple, and then just a paler purple. And just look at the intensity of it, right? It just really pops that lemon. Now you can go a little deeper on your shading here than I did, but it's just showing you how to shade it 2 different ways. You can do the shading with the deeper oranges and a little bit of green, or you can do the shading with the complementary color. So I find this way to be like real intense and really simple way to add shadows and shading. The complementary is great. It'll have more of a brown tone to it because it's the complement. And you know, the same values, right? So we have a lighter yellow, adding a deeper yellow, but adding a little bit of red in there, so making orange. So 2 different ways to shade it. And you know, the intensity depends on how much you want to shade it. You can add way more darker values than I added, but it's just to play around with it. So it's just a suggestion on how to play around with shading and values and shadows on your fruits or even on your whatever else you're painting. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And have fun playing with the 2 different ways that you would do some shading and shadows. All right, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.